The NBA fan community has quieted in anticipation of the upcoming trade deadline. So far, at the time I'm making this video, no significant moves have been made. Yet all eyes are on the Los Angeles Lakers squad, who seem to be one of the teams that desperately needs to make moves if they still have championship ambitions this season. In my last video, we covered some of the best trade scenarios for the Lakers, and we also found out that there are not that many realistic blockbuster ones for the Lakers team. However, things will definitely get better if the Los Angeles squad embraces the buyer's role, as the team seems unenergetic right now. The purple and gold desperately need a spark of enthusiasm, and in order to obtain it, they will almost certainly need to make one important move. And today, we will talk about the possible trade or waive of Kent Bazemore. We will analyze why this move should or shouldn't be made and how it may impact the Lakers' future. Also, I would really like to hear your opinion, as I'm very curious about what you, my dear subscribers, NBA fans, and just passing by viewers, think about the league's future. Now grab some snacks, get yourself comfortable, and enjoy this video. But before that, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell to get updates on our latest NBA content. Also, feel free to leave in the comment section what else you'd like to see from my videos. Let's keep rolling. Needless to say, the Los Angeles Lakers are among the NBA's most disappointing teams in the current league. We won't extend this topic today, and we'll jump straight to the topic of the video. The trade deadline is approaching, and the Lakers should consider making moves. In my last video, we discovered that those moves don't necessarily have to be blockbuster ones. Trading for these small-market young homegrown talents, or roadmen, might have a much more positive impact on the team than trying to pull off the Westbrook-esque kind of trade that led to the team's financial failure. Also, in the DeAndre Jordan trade by Los Angeles Lakers video, we covered that freeing up the cap space by waiving or trading players away might also be positive for the Lakers team. So the main character of today's analytical video is Kent Bazemore. These talks have started with the piece of news that the Los Angeles Lakers are allegedly motivated to maximize their roster flexibility by dumping Kent Bazemore and DeAndre Jordan after clearing up a roster spot in the Rajon Rondo deal. According to Hoops Hype's Michael Scott, the Lakers would prefer not to include draft compensation in any deal involving Bazemore or Jordan. If anything, I think they're going to look to make some roster spots on the back end. Kent Bazemore and DeAndre Jordan are available, as ESPN's Brian Windhorst mentioned, but the Lakers aren't trying to attach a pick to get off either guy, from what I've heard. It would have to be similar to the Rajon Rondo situation. This decision can be explained in a simple way. Given the Lakers' prior success with second-round choices and their lack of transferable draft picks in the coming years, it's understandable that they're hesitant to give up their second-round pick in what would effectively be a payroll dump. Instead, it appears that they will try to persuade NBA teams to take on Bazemore and Jordan with the $4.4 million that they have available for trades. The Lakers are, most likely, not looking to obtain anything in return for Jordan or Bazemore, yet there are still a couple of trade scenarios that might work. In case they choose to pull off the Rajon Rondo-like trade, they'll have to surrender something in addition to Jordan and Bazemore, just as they did in the previously mentioned Rondo deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's take a look at the teams that might be the next destination for the 32-year-old wing. Number 1. The Atlanta Hawks. This potential destination might create an interesting media story, as Kent Bazemore played for the Atlanta squad back in the 2018-2019 NBA season. He spent 5 years there, putting up some of his best career stats. Bazemore played an important role off the bench for the Hawks team during those years, and the State Farm Arena crowd will warmly welcome him. Speaking of modern times, Kent Bazemore can significantly assist a faltering Hawks squad in regaining some strength. The Hawks now have strong attacking options on the wings, but their defense is abysmal. The Hawks' defense, which is currently ranked 27th in the league by Basketball Reference, would be in desperate need of defensive help at the guard and wing positions. Bazemore isn't perfect, but he'll be a significant improvement. Kent Bazemore will be able to focus on finishing his NBA career in the proper way in Atlanta, a familiar situation for him. It would be difficult to anticipate the same production he had a few years ago when he was a crucial member of the squad, but he can be the defensive specialist coming off the bench and playing 20 to 25 minutes every game. Number 2, the New York Knicks. The Knicks are another possibility for the Lakers' wing. This year, the Manhattan team has struggled with wing defense. They rank 26th in thefts per game and allow a lot of three-point attempts per game to their opponents. Of course, Bazemore cannot cure everything on his own, but he may be a start. It wouldn't be as good a fit as with the Hawks, but the Knicks should think about it. To begin with, Kent Bazemore and coach Tom Thibodeau appear to be a perfect combination. While his time with the Lakers has not gone well, he remains a hard-working defense-first wing who is incredibly enthusiastic when it comes to effort on the floor. He dishes up and down the court and may serve as a model for Tibbs' defensive and overall basketball mindset. Bazemore also offers some shooting for a team that is battling to find any offense. It should be noted that Kent Bazemore's stint with the Lakers shouldn't speak for Bazemore's career. The pressure was real playing for the Lakers around LeBron James, so it might have really affected Kent's performance. The Knicks, on the other hand, have not received as much attention this season, so it would be a good change for Bazemore. With a coach that embodies his on-court approach, Bazemore will be able to grow, and while he will never be a total difference maker, he will execute his job well in a Knicks outfit. In my opinion, the Kent Bazemore to the Knicks trade has all the chances of happening. The Los Angeles Lakers are not the franchise that has a lot of finances, young stars, or legit superstars that might interest other teams, as LeBron is aging and is among the untouchables for the Lakers. Anthony Davis being injury-prone and most likely not willing to leave the team without LeBron, and Russell Westbrook being on his decline. All the aforementioned things suggest that the Lakers should look for small, simple, yet effective moves. One thing is for sure is that they should avoid including their first-round draft pick in 2027. If the team tanks in the post-LeBron era, this might be a highly significant asset. After all, if the NBA teams aren't interested in DeAndre Jordan or Kent Bazemore, the Lakers front office may offer draft compensation. Overall, Bazemore has not been the player that the Lakers had hoped for. All of his offensive stats are down, and he's now playing only 18 minutes per game. However, there will be alternatives in the buyout market. As poor as Bazemore has been for the Lakers, he still fits the criteria of a 3-and-D player, and a franchise wanting to fill that need on a budget could be ready to take him and Jordan on. To summarize, waiving Bazemore and Jordan will most likely be a final resort for Pelinka and company. Open roster spots aren't as important to the Lakers as a ready-made contributor, but they're significant both before and after the trade deadline. We'll see how eager teams around the league are to assist Pelinka and company. And what do you think? Tell me who you think the Lakers should trade away, and who do they need to trade for? I appreciate every single one of your comments, so feel free to tell us what you think in the comments down below. And once again, make sure to leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button to catch up with the best NBA content. If you like this video, make sure to watch my other videos about recent NBA news and the craziest rumors. Thank you for watching.